Now you're not too far removed from the high school game, and even less removed from the college game. So you're able to be on the same level with a lot of the players, which is
Right.
very helpful when it comes
Definitely.
to the developing a relationship with players. But kind of getting into the differences between college and high school, other than skill, what have you seen, or even in your own experiences, what are the biggest differences between the two? And I guess as advice for a high school player that is looking to play at the college level, what should they expect to see differently?
Yeah.
What do they need to prepare for?
Well, there's definitely some huge differences. Obviously, the skill that you mentioned, but even more so beyond that, big thing that comes to my mind is mental toughness, and that's a word that we throw around a ton with our North Central program. I try and trickle it over in the Chicago lockdown, but mental toughness is huge, and that kind of applies to both games, practices, preparation, learning about the game. But the kids in high school, and I look back on my team and my teammates. And it was so much fun. High school basketball is one of the best times ever. Kids you grew up with, all that kind of stuff. You can't match that. But you got to have, as a high school player, that inner love of the game, where it's almost an addiction, where you just can't get enough of the game of basketball. And when I was in high school, personally, I was more of a baseball guy growing up. Played on the top AAU teams, all this, spent all summer playing baseball. Basketball was second thought, wasn't a superstar. But as my career kind of kept going down the ladder, that love for the game and the intensity and the fast pace, and just no other sport can really match it when it comes to those kind of things. And I just truly fell in love with it, and just spending hours on end in the gym and Lifetime Fitness and YMCAs or wherever it is, wherever I could get in, and just working on the game, shooting, dribbling a basketball, playing, whatever it is. I think that's just the difference, where we see guys who come to college who really enjoy playing basketball, and they're good. They're naturally really good players. But I think something that's really important for like our program when we're recruiting is we need to know that you love the game of basketball, and that it means more to you than any other sport, or not say more than anything else, but it's one of your top priorities. You're looking at college athletes, and that's the case for anybody who does it. You're going to have some guys who have more natural talent, but our practices are tough. Our training in preseason is tough. The games are tough. You got to watch film. There's so much that goes into being a college basketball player, even a college athlete for anybody, that you have to have that pure passion for it. And so I think that might be the biggest difference. Pace of play, strength is a big thing. As far as just being basketball strong, you don't have to be able to put up 300 on the bench press, but just be able to hold your own, boxing kids out. You got to, be able to get through screens, fight through that kind of stuff. Get your man off you on offense, keep getting to the rim and keep him on your back, whatever it is. Just basketball strong, not necessarily weight room strong. But, the biggest thing I'd say is just that love and that passion for it. And you can see it so quickly when we get to preseason and see our guys start working and just who's in the gym every day, who's, they get done preseason training. It's intense, and who's staying in there getting shots up. And those guys stand out so quickly. And you can tell that they have a higher chance of success, and we'll lose a few guys who just weren't ready for that college basketball level. And we're Division III, we're NCAA Division III, so we can't do stuff mandatory over the summers. So you find out who put time in and all that, and I think it weeds itself out. But that'd be personally my biggest difference, is just that passion and how invested kids are.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the commitment of a college athlete requires passion and love for the game. You're not going to want to put in 20, 30 hours a week, with the team if you're not really dedicated to that craft. And I think even more applies towards the off season, like you said, because nobody's telling you what to do. Sure, you'll get maybe a weightlifting program or some recommended things you want to do during the off season, but for the most part, it's on the player, it's on the student athlete to really put in the time to continue to not only maintain that skill level, get better, because there's going to be a brand new class coming in the next year, and it's it's your job to lose.